What's up, beauties? Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, y'all, my head looks huge. Like, why do I feel like my head just looks like so big? I don't know. Anyways, today's video, we are going to be talking about my top 5 worst teachers. The first story that I'm going to tell happened when I was in 2nd grade. The second one was when I was in 6th, and the third one is, I think I was in like 7th, 8th grade. I didn't have any issues with any of my teachers when I got to the high school. I am graduated now. I'm out of school. I'm 22. But I just felt like these stories were worth telling because I'm trying to think of content to do on my channel, and I was up early in the morning, like 5 o'clock, thinking, and I was like, wow, why don't you tell these stories about these teachers? Enough said. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into these little story times. So first teacher, we're gonna go all the way back to 2nd grade. Now I feel like this teacher, she kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a bittersweet, because I feel like maybe she did help me get myself together, maybe she did help me get my act right, but I don't know. I was thinking the other night, I'm like, dang, I used to get in trouble a lot when I was in elementary school. Like, I used to get in trouble a lot, and maybe it was me, I feel like part of it was me, but some of the times it was not me. And I'm saying that as an adult. I feel like a lot of times maybe it was me, but some of the times it was not me, because I do remember times where I would try and be good in school and I just could not do it. Like, I would still get in trouble anyway. But I thought to myself, I'm like, wow, what if it wasn't me? What if it was just, what if I could never stay out of trouble? Because no matter when I was trying to not get in trouble, the adults around me was still just going to assume that I did something wrong and just automatically be like, oh, we're going to get you in trouble. You tell me. I don't know. That's why I said this story is kind of like, I don't know, maybe. But y'all, let me tell you something that I did when I was in 2nd grade. I kind of was bad. I decided that I was going to be a genius and cover over my sad faces with a green marker. So if my teacher would mark in my agenda that I was bad, she would give me a frowny face. Or I don't think it was a frowny face, because there's no way you can change. I don't think I did that. But I think it was just like a straight face. And so I would just like curve it up with a green marker, and I would change my bad faces to good faces. Don't judge me. And my stepdad, oh my gosh, he told me to give him and my mom a shout out. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and give you your shout out. Since you can snitch on me, y'all, he snitched on me and told my mom, like, he held the light up, he held the agenda up to the light, and he was like, something is wrong with this, y'all. And he was like, oh no, you've been coloring over these like, I don't know what made him think to do this, but y'all, he literally like held it up to the light and was like, you've been coloring over your bad faces. I think what made him notice it though is because, you know, like how when you color over something too many times and the paper starts to like kind of like lift up a little bit, like if you over color it. I feel like that's probably what I did, and that's where I messed up at, and that's how he noticed it. So he held it up. He was like, no, and y'all, yeah, he told on me. But that's just a funny little story that I used to do. I don't even know how long I was doing that. I know I was getting away with it for kind of like probably like a month or two. Yeah, I could probably say this was kind of my fault, maybe, sort of. But I remember some days I would really try and be good. Like, I dead ass would try and be good in school, and it's like no matter what I did, I could not stay out of trouble. Like, if I went to school and I decided, okay, I'm gonna actually try and be good today, I would still get in trouble. And this is what made me put this teacher on this list, because I'm like, maybe it wasn't me. Like, what if I was trying to go to school and be good, But because this adult teacher felt like she just knew what I was trying to do and she knew my motives, every little thing I did, like what if I just annoyed her so much that every little thing I did, no matter if I did go to school and say, I'm trying not to get in trouble today, I was still gonna get in trouble anyways because of her. Because she just was like, this little girl annoys me, and everything I did just annoyed her. So she's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna change your face and then I'm gonna give you a frowny face today. Like, what if that was her motive? Because I do remember one time, I think it was like reading time or something like that, I don't know, but we were all sitting on the little carpet, and this little boy next to me was talking, and she's like, oh, honesty, didn't I tell you to stop talking? I'm looking at her like, that wasn't even me. I didn't even do nothing. Y'all, why she kicked me out of class, y'all, and I wasn't even doing nothing. Like, I was trying to be good. I was trying to not get in trouble, and I still ended up getting in trouble because and then it was a little boy on top of that. How you mix my voice? Okay, I've been told I have like a little, you know, deep little raspy voice, but I don't know how you mix my voice up with this little boy. And he just kept talking, y'all, and he got me in trouble, and I tried to tell her that it was not me, and she still kicked me out anyways and made me go and stand in the hallway by myself. This teacher, y'all, she told my mom to hold me back. I made a C in the class. I did not fail, but she told my mom that I should be held back, and guess what my mom did? You guessed it, she held me back. But guess what? I still graduated a year early. Yeah. But anyways, I'm like, why would you tell my mom to hold me back when I didn't even fail? Why would you do that? And why would my mom listen to her? I know my stepdaddy gonna be watching this. He gonna be like, why you give me a shout out on a bad video? I'm sorry, because I'm thinking about it now. Let me go ahead and give y'all shout out. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my mom and shout out to my stepdad. Shout out to y'all. Anyways, my mom held me back, y'all, and I don't know. My adult mind is telling me, like, what if no matter what I did, if I did try to go to school and be good that day, I was going to still get in trouble. Not because of me, but because this teacher just didn't have any tolerance to actually try and help me, because I've always been a hyper kid. I was never like that child that could just sit still. Like, my uncle would be like, you got ADHD. I would be like all over the house, all over the place. I was always hyper. Everybody don't need to be teachers, because I'm like, what if it wasn't me? I'm trying to go to school and be good, and I can't never seem to be good because it's you, not me. You just don't know how to handle your kids. You don't know how to be an actual teacher to sit a student down and actually calm them. You don't know how to do your job. So that's why every time I come to school, you're always, oh no, she's doing this, she's doing that, and then I'm getting in trouble when I get home. Maybe I was bad sometimes, but overall, I don't know, whatever. Next story. This story right here, y'all, this was I'm not gonna say this teacher was racist, but somebody said something racist to me, y'all, and I was in class. This was 2nd grade, because like I said, the previous teacher, she got me held back. So this was the next year. Her name was Miss Gardner. She was a white teacher. This little boy, I feel like I know his name. It was a little white boy. I feel like I know his name, but I'm not gonna say his name because I really can't remember. But me and him, we're in class. I think we were arguing over some crayons or something like that. This little boy gonna tell me, oh, well, at least I'm not black. Y'all, I went and told the teacher. Guess what this woman told me? She told, this is her words. I'm not gonna say she basically said, this is what she said: you're making a big deal out of it. And basically told me to go sit down. So this little white boy just said something racist to me, and you're gonna tell me, oh, it's not that serious, you're making a big deal out of it. Cause you're white, so you don't feel any type of way about it? Chill. She was just, you know, borderline racist because, you know, if you're not racist, you would have went to that little boy and told him, hey, we don't say things like that. We don't do that. You know, that's not nice. That's not right. You would have corrected his behavior. But because you really don't really care about black, you don't care for black people like that. So all you did was just tell me that it was that big of a deal. Y'all, I was in the 2nd grade. It would have just gotten to a point to where I was like, okay, well, this is normal. Like, I would have just thought that people doing and saying racist things towards me was normal because you didn't think to correct this little boy because he's like, oh, well, at least I'm not black. And that means his parents racist. For you to say that, that means his parents were racist and saying racist things, and he picked up on that. But anyway, this story right here, y'all, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna tell it right now. I'm gonna go to the next story, and I'm gonna leave that for last. My little child mind just could not comprehend how out of pocket she was, but adult me now, oh, she was way out of pocket. But anyways, this next teacher, y'all, and I told my mama on her ass, cause girl, she told my best friend, why are you hanging, y'all, when I was in school, I don't know why, but people had this perception of me, like, they just thought I was just, like, kids, teachers, they just thought I was just this, like, this bitch. Like, I was just a bitch to everybody. Like, what the fuck? And I was a good person. I was so chill. I even had people come to me later on and be like, honestly, you so chill. I don't know why people was literally just had their own little ideas of who they thought honesty was based off how I look. I did not have this, I never had this teacher ever. She was never my teacher. I would literally just see her walking while I was walking to different classes. This lady was never my teacher. I never had this woman as a teacher. She told my best friend to stop hanging with me because she was an A+ student and I wasn't. This lady told my best friend, why are you hanging with her? You're an A+ student. She's not. Lady, you don't know. Y'all, when I tell you, never stepped foot in this woman class. I don't know what the hell I did to her, but she told my best friend to stop being friends with me, and my best friend came and told me. And I told my mom. Because the fact that you're saying that about a child that you don't even know, y'all, I was in middle school. This lady did not know me, never stepped foot in this woman class ever. Ever. Like I said, people had perceptions of me because I had this other teacher. Her name was Miss Williams. She even had a perception of me, y'all. She thought that I was this, she was like, oh, you just look like one of those girls that, you know, just don't want to do their work and have a bad attitude and stuff like that. Like, she basically had, I had a look, and that's what they thought that they were going to get out of me when I came to class. But I came to class, I did my work. I wasn't no bad talkative student. I did what I was supposed to do. I passed her class. I passed all my classes. Like, passed all my classes. Passed all my classes. All my teachers liked me. I guess because students talk and students probably just, a lot of people that I didn't even know for real. Like, when I was in high school, this girl was like, oh, honestly, you not even like how people, and I never had I never even had a class with her. I had one class with her ever, like, throughout school. I had one class with her, and people just had, they thought I was just this bitch ass girl. Like, now, okay, I'll tell y'all a small little story time. Small little story time. I did do something bitchy one time, y'all. I know y'all probably like, oh, that's why they thought that. And it could be, but at the end of the day, you don't know me. I'm a child. So why are you, you know, going off what other little kids, we in middle school, why are you going off what middle schoolers are saying about somebody? I had this science class with this guy, oh my God. But this girl, she didn't like me because I guess, like, me and him was cool, and she felt like I was talking to him when I wasn't. We were just genuinely friends. Like, we were just honestly friends. And then we did try, like, talking for like a week, and it just made stuff awkward. And we the same sign on top of that, so I'm pretty sure that's why. But like friend wise, we just got along. Like we got along. So her and her friend would always be talking about me, always talking about me, always talking about me. She swore up and down that I was talking to this man. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, since you want to keep bothering me, since you want to keep talking about me, I'm about to give you something to talk about. So we went to this little spring dance or whatever. And I had seen him and I was like, oh, like, what's up? Let's take a picture. And my best friend was like, oh, such and such watching my story. I was like, okay, cool, she watching your story. Let me go get, you know, since she always talking about me so much, let me go get this dude and we're gonna take this picture together and I want you to post it so she can see it. And it worked, y'all. She texted me, her best friend texted me that night or whatever. That was a quick little story time, you know. So I don't know. And people would be lying on me too. Like, oh my gosh, people would lie on me. We ain't gonna get into all of that. We gonna get into this last. Y'all want me to tell y'all like my little high school story time stuff like that, just comment down below. But this last teacher, y'all, that y'all thought that teacher right there was the one that took the cake. That ain't even that ain't even it. We gonna get into the real nitty-gritty with this one. I definitely should have told my mama, but I didn't even think about it at the time. Like I wasn't even thinking about it like that, but I should have told my mama what she was saying, like I did on that other teacher. But so this is my librarian, y'all, and I was in, I think, 6th grade at the time. So this lady, she would just say the most, like, why are you talking about a child like that? So one day I'm in class and I kid you not, I could be by myself and people would just, you know, kind of make their way over to me like, oh, hey, I'm Steve, da da da, and then we would start talking. And then sometimes it would be dudes because I had guy friends. So, you know, oh, hey, I'm Steve, da da da, dudes would come and talk to me. This teacher's like, oh, y'all, do y'all notice every time boys come around, honesty always gets super loud? First of all, nobody's getting anything. I just naturally have a loud mouth. Like, my mouth is loud. My granddad used to tell me when I was growing up, he used to be like, you sound like you got an amplifier down your throat, because I would talk so loud. If y'all don't know what an amplifier is, an amplifier is basically, my granddad would play the guitar. He would have his guitar and get a string, hook it up to his guitar, and then he would hook it into like the amplifier box, and it would amplify all the sound from the guitar and make it sound really, really loud. So I was always a loud talker. So if anybody would come and talk to me, I would talk loud because I was always a loud talker. That's just who I was. I wasn't trying to show off. I wasn't being anything that I wasn't. I was just being me. Honesty. The loud talker that I am. And I'm not like ghetto loud talking like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like a regular, like if I'm talking to you, I might just be talking loud. Like I might be talking loud as hell. Like, sorry, I apologize. Like, dang. Then this is what really takes the cake for me, because one of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody when somebody called me stupid, or when somebody try to play with me like I'm stupid. That's what I felt like she did when she made this comment. She's telling what she thinks everybody's going to do in life, who she thinks this person's going to be when they grow up. What, you know, what are you going to be? Oh, you're going to be a doctor when you grow up. Like, yeah, you're going to be a nurse and you're going to be a mechanic. This woman gets to me. Now, mind you, she's talking to other kids when she's talking about these things. So why are you talking to another child about a child? You're childish. You're childish. You're a child yourself. Okay. She's like, oh, Honesty's going to marry somebody. Like, she's going to probably marry like a doctor or something. Now, I don't know what y'all think. Y'all might be like, that's not bad though, but that's not bad. She said you gonna marry a doctor. But in my mind, what that's telling me is, oh, Honesty, okay, well, she's always loud when guys come around. Okay, she does look kind of like a pretty little girl, 'cause my looks had really kind of got in, like, when I got to middle school. That's when my looks really started, like, or that's when, like, dudes really started to notice that I was actually pretty and not, you know, ugly. Because when I was in elementary, y'all, the people used to pick on me. They used to tell me I had a mustache. I had a crush on this boy, and this girl was like, why do you like him? He said you look like a man. Y'all, they used to be so mean to me. But when I got to the middle school, that's when people like, oh, honestly, you know, she kind of cute. But yes, I'm like, so you're saying these things. What that calculates in my mind, oh, Honesty's pretty, and I don't feel like she's gonna do anything with herself, so she's probably gonna marry a doctor or something like that. Yeah, you're yo dumb ass, like, you gonna just marry somebody, girl. Go sit down somewhere. You ain't gonna, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then last thing she said, y'all, she was like, oh, well, Honesty get to the high school, she gonna have a big belly. Like, basically saying, like, once Honesty hit high school, I already know she gonna be pregnant. I know my mama gonna call me like, why you ain't tell me that? She gonna be like, I wish you would have told me that stuff. I wish, but mama, my mind, man, my little brain, I just really wasn't comprehending what she was telling me at the time. Well, she wasn't telling it to me. This was stuff that I would just hear her saying. Like, this was stuff that she would say, because she would have like whole conversations and talks like with certain students, you know, that would be in the class. So they would just, that would just be like the certain conversations and stuff like that. And she would just say those things like, why are you saying that about me? And actually, I'm 22 years old and I don't have any kids, actually. And also, I am working on a degree. So, fuck you, bitch. Sorry, I said it. And I know, y'all, my stepdad told me to stop cursing so much. I'm sorry, but I had to say it. You talking about me? Talking about, now I'm about to go on my rant. Because why are you talking about me? I don't even remember her name, but why would you say that? Why would you say that? And I don't have no kids, and I'm trying to be a doctor. So yeah, while you sitting up there trying, oh, Honesty just gonna marry a doctor, the complete opposite, honey. Sit down. I'm sorry, y'all, I had to clear that hole. But anyways, that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed that, then please comment down below and let me know. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.